Your Newline panel has something that is called Newline Classroom Tools. You'll see it on the bottom of this particular board on the quick access bar, but if you don't have it there, you'll find it in your gadgets listed as Newline Classroom Tools. When you click on the application, it opens a window. Now you can drag this window to go wherever you need it to be on the board. So let's take a moment to look at some of the features. You have instructions. You can tell your students to ask a neighbor, work together, be silent, share ideas, ask if they have any questions, or to raise their hand. So when you click on an icon, it makes it a little bit bigger so that students know now is the time to raise my hand. Now I can use the little X or the little arrow to go back to all of those options again. Now, one of the really neat things about the Newline Classroom Tools is that when you click the hamburger or the 3 lines here, I can actually put a timer as well. So now I have 2 tools open at the same time. So I'm going to just click here and say, now it's time for silence for 5 seconds. I click the play button for the timer, and you'll hear that and you can stop that. So now students know the time for silence is over. And once I click that X, that one's gone, and now we just have the timer. So if I click the X for the timer, I'm taken back to all of the classroom tools. So again, instructions has very specific instructions for your students that they can follow. If we look at the next, that is the traffic light. So you've probably seen this tool before. You can make the red light glow, yellow light, green light. If you use those in your classroom, your students should know what that means. Again, use the hamburger if you want to use the timer in conjunction with that. Otherwise, let's go ahead and look at dice. So that is another tool. So I can roll 1 right here. Or if I need 4 dice, I can roll all 4 to see what happens next. Now, I would really like to be able to make the dice bigger, but I can't. At the top right, you see the little arrows. When I click that, it just minimizes the toolbar for me. So I click it again and it maximizes it. The icon next to that is the Exit Classroom Tools, which we're not going to do quite yet. So I'm going to go ahead and close the dice. We've already kind of looked at the timer, but I'll click that again. So we have hours, minutes, seconds. I think you can change the timer sound if you would like to do that. I haven't taken the time to explore all of those. You also have the stopwatch option, which is pretty self-explanatory. You click the play and it starts counting down. So I could use that with my students. It's a little glitchy with the broadcast, but in real time you can see those numbers climb up. And I can click the pause to make it stop. I can restart just like a normal stopwatch. I also have the calendar tool. So when I click on that, we see that today is September 1st. I can flip through and see when is Christmas. Okay, it's on a Saturday this year. Or you could change the year and those things. Now zoom in. This is a tool you might use in conjunction with something else. So if we were looking at our zebra friends again, I might choose to zoom in on a specific thing and say, look at the baby zebra. And it's brownish coloring versus the mama zebra. I don't know. So I can use the square to zoom back out to the original size, the plus button to zoom in approximately 5 times, zoom out, or just exit that completely. Now the spotlight tool gives you this little spotlight, and I have been playing with the opacity. So when you first open it, it should look just like a spotlight, like I am highlighting what are they eating. And I can actually make the spotlight bigger if I need to, just by using 2 fingers to make it bigger or smaller. So if you really want to hone in on something. And then your opacity is this bubble down here. So I can spotlight one particular part of a picture while also showing the rest if that's what you would like to do. This icon here expands or makes your opacity go away. So if you need that out of the picture while you are zooming in on something. And then of course you have the exit button, which gets rid of the spotlight view completely. Next you have curtain. So if you don't want to look at zebras right now, we've closed the curtains on them. So now students are working on something else. Okay, we're back at the board. I click the little arrow and guess what? The curtains open and we can see our zebra friends again. So those are the classroom tools. I think it's pretty neat that you can have your instructions along with calendar, timer. I mean, you can put, let's see how many we can put up here. Oh, Spotlight doesn't work with the other ones. So we'll go back here. Stopwatch, traffic light. I can have them all open at the same time, or you can get rid of the ones that you don't necessarily need. So there's some very cool classroom tools that you can use with your students. They might have more ideas or suggestions of how to use them. So please take a look at the Newline Classroom Tools. Again, to find them, we'll just go home quickly, and I'll exit the entire application. In our gadgets, you will find this icon, this yellow square with a pencil and a ruler. Click on that, and that launches your Newline Classroom Tools. You can move it anywhere on the board, wherever you need it. You just can't make some applications bigger. So play around with it, have some fun, and I hope you and your students enjoy it.